Welcome to Money, Manifestation, and Business, the podcast that shows you how to use your energy, intention, and consciousness to reprogram your money mindset, unleash a new level of possibility, and create a life and business that lights you up. I'm your host, Jamie Berman, and I invite you to join me each week for a dose of inspiration, coaching, and teachings to help you rewrite your money story, create abundance on your terms, and grow your business in a way that's fully aligned for you. This is going to be so much fun. Let's dive in. Welcome back, my friend. Excited about today's episode. It's actually going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but it's going to be very potent and it's going to give you a practice that, if practiced, will literally change your life, especially if you're somebody who struggles with fear around money, struggles with scarcity, has a relationship with money that can be very triggering. You're going to love this practice because I'm going to teach you how to reprogram scarcity so that you can ultimately live in a state of abundance. And I'm going to teach you the process to doing that. And I know this process very, very well because I have lived it firsthand. It is a practice that I practiced, and it really helped me move out of that place where I consistently felt triggered around money or panicked or, just feeling scarce consistently. And it has moved me into a place of abundance and has shifted my relationship with money entirely. Now, it's kind of manifestation one-on-one, but sometimes I think we think manifestation is this big thing and we try to move too fast, too soon, and it gets in the way of it actually being effective. So what's fun about what I'm teaching you today is that I'm teaching you how to slowly move into this process, slowly move out of scarcity, and how to actually reprogram your brain. So I'm excited about that. And the practice is called Feeling First. Now, in my group coaching program, the Money Manifestation Movement, where I help entrepreneurs completely transform their relationship with money in 6 months, we do an entire month of this practice and of this concept of feeling first, which again is manifestation 101. But one of my gifts is that I teach people tangible ways, simple ways to practice manifestation daily. So it's not just about a vision board. It's actually about how to shift yourself on an internal level. And when you do that, when you do the inner work around money and around your feelings and around scarcity, you will see it reflected on the outside. So, feeling first, let's dive into it. What is that? It is the idea that for anything you want to create in your life, if you want to create it, the fastest route there is to feel it first. And so many of us go about this the wrong way, right? Even when it comes to manifestation, we go about it the wrong way, and that's why it's not moving. That's why it's not changing. So often what we think is, well, once I manifest this vision, then I'm going to feel abundant. Once I get the money in my account, once I create the overflow, then I'm going to feel safe. Then I'm going to feel secure. Then I'm going to feel abundant. But since I don't have that money yet, or since my months are inconsistent, now I feel scarce because of that inconsistency. Well, here's the thing with manifestation. It takes inner work. It takes some visualizing. It takes faith. It takes some belief in something that is not quite there yet. And you have to train your brain to actually feel the abundance before it arrives, to feel the safety before it arrives, to feel okay, to feel sufficient, right? To feel creative before your podcast is, right? You can apply this to many different areas. So it's not just money, but what we're talking about today is around your relationship with money and scarcity. But I work with this with individuals in so many different ways. I work with it around creativity, around visibility, right? Anything you want to manifest, the key is think about that thing that you want to manifest. Think about the vision. Now think about what are you going to feel or what do you think you'll feel once you have it? Okay? Get really clear. What is the feeling? Think about your vision. What are you going to feel when you have it? Right? 90K months, 10K months, consistent months, having a business period. What do you feel when you have it? All right. And this, we're just using our imagination to say, well, once I have it, I'm going to feel successful. I'm going to feel abundant. I'm going to feel relief. I'm going to feel free. Okay, my friend, here is the ticket to manifesting that thing even faster and in a way that's way more aligned. Your practice is to feel those emotions first. Manifestation is a reversal process. You don't wait till you get that thing to feel abundant. You don't wait to get that keynote speech to feel successful. Actually, it is in the feeling successful, feeling confident, feeling free, feeling light, feeling abundant, feeling okay, feeling present, that's going to align you with that thing. That's what's going to pave the way for you. So what I always recommend and help my clients practice inside of my programs and when I'm coaching them is to stop attaching to that thing. Stop telling yourself, once I get there, then I'm going to feel okay. Then I'm going to feel free. Then I'm going to feel abundant. Your work, my friend, is to start feeling those emotions now. Start practicing those emotions now before you have it and watch what happens. I was literally just coaching a client today who has been in the money manifestation movement for 6 months. And on call 1, I had asked her, what's your dream? Like if anything were possible at the end of this 6 months together, right? When you wrap up the movement, what would be amazing to have or to create if anything's possible? And her answer was, I would love to make income through my creative endeavors, right? Through her creativity, through her acting. She wanted to make money doing that. And what was so fun is today, 6 months in, she shared, I am there. She's like, Jamie, I cannot believe it. Like this truly makes me believe in magic. And when I asked her, well, what was the internal shifts that happened? She said the most potent month was November when we did feeling first practices. She's like, I went all in on that and I did coach her around it. And just a 1% shift in how she was feeling changed so much in her life. It's literally what started bringing the projects and aligning the projects with her. Like she literally just changed on the inside and it reflected in the outside. And it's so fun to see this because it's not just that client. I have had hundreds of clients that I have coached now where I've witnessed this happening with them. And as they practice this, it changes so much. And I've seen it also within myself. This is always my practice. Okay, but where do we get stuck? Because I said, it's about feeling the successfulness or feeling the abundance. But where we can get stuck with this is we try to go from one extreme to the next too fast, right? It's like our system can't quite process going from straight up scarcity into the emotion of abundance. It just can't do it. It feels fake. It feels forced. It doesn't feel, we really don't feel it in the cells of our body because we are literally triggered in scarcity. So it's really hard to go from one extreme to the next. So when I teach feeling first, I always say, yes, ultimately you're going to get to the place of abundance, but we have to start in baby steps. And this is the key for the podcast today. This is what I really want you to take in, is to not try to go from feeling totally insecure to completely confident and successful, not trying to go from scarce into abundance and overflow. Let's ask, what is step 1? What is an emotion that's closer to abundance, but that you can actually feel in your body? So when you feel triggered, when you feel scarcity come up, when you look at your account and your body contracts and you feel scarce and you're afraid, what is an emotion that you could actually move into that would work, that you could actually feel in your body? So for the client that I was talking about today, who ended up creating her amazing impossible goal, her practice was to go from scarcity into the feeling of okay. I said, let's not even go to abundance. Let's not even touch that yet. We're not there yet. Let's just practice going from scarcity. Anytime you notice it, use your metacognition, use your ability to be aware of your own feelings and your own thoughts. Notice the scarcity in your body. You can put your hand on your heart, but you want to reprogram that part of yourself to show yourself that you're okay. So my recommendation, if you want to get out of scarcity, step one is to get into the emotion and the feeling of okayness, or into the emotion of safety, right? I am safe right now. Or into the feeling of presence, like right here, right now, I'm okay. Sufficiency is another good one that you can, it's like a baby step, right? Into like, there's enough right now. In front of me, I have food, I have shelter, I'm okay. Even if I don't have food and shelter, I have resources. I can figure this out for right now. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm sufficient. There is enough, right? And that is my recommendation, because that is going to move you out of scarcity and at least towards abundance. And here's the thing is, after you start practicing okayness or sufficiency or safety, and you get good at regulating yourself, you get good at noticing when you get triggered into scarcity or noticing when you're getting triggered into fear, and then moving yourself into, how am I okay right now? Taking a deep breath. I am okay. I'm safe. All is well, right? There's enough for right now. So we're going to get used to regulating to that. Then, once you get used to that, that's step one, and it might take you like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and that's fine, because you can create incredible things from the feeling of okay. Like my client said, right? She's like, I've just been practicing okay, and I've manifested all of these things from the feeling of feeling okay. She's like, it's so much better than being in scarcity and being in fear. She's like, I started manifesting so much, I'm not even in abundance yet. And I said, okay, well now, and she said, well, it wasn't even me. She said, but now I'm ready to move into and start practicing abundance. So that's when we started thinking about, okay, right? Like, what are some of the thoughts that make you feel okay? What helps you bring yourself back to that? And then what would be different about the version of you that felt abundant, right? What would you be thinking, right? And she was like, I don't even know. And so I said, well, imagine yourself having overflow, having 6 months of, resources put aside that's just there for you, or that's invested, and you have more than enough. What would you be thinking? What would you be feeling, right? And so she started getting into that, and she was like, well, I'd feel free. I would think, oh, more is coming, instead of with the feeling of okay. I'm like, I'm okay now. But with abundance, it's more is coming, right? And I even invited her into like practicing the thought, what if it just keeps getting better and better? Not only is more coming, but it does keep getting better and better, and start looking for evidence of that. So just notice how when you move from scarcity into okayness, into presence, into sufficiency, then once you start regulating to that, it's going to be a lot easier to start practicing abundance. But it's almost impossible to go from one extreme to the other. It's almost impossible to move from scarcity into abundance. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. I also see this happening with mantras. This is a mistake that I made that I didn't know I made. But back in the day, I used to have a terrible relationship with money. I had very low self-confidence and self-worth and all the things. And I remember whenever I used to be a makeup artist, I'd be driving all around Southern California, right? LA and beyond, to do makeup jobs and stuff. And they would be long trafficy drives. And so I would put a CD. This was back in the day of CDs. I would put a CD of Louise Hay in that was just affirmations, right? And it went over these affirmations over and over and over. And these were beautiful affirmations. It's, I am worthy. I'm abundant. There's more than enough. I am free. I am radiantly healthy. I am, all these things. But they were all like the ultimate of what you want to believe. I was nowhere near those. So I would listen, but it felt like it went in one ear and out the other. It didn't land in my body, right? And that's when I actually started to learn a little later on that I couldn't go from one extreme to the next, right? I couldn't go from I'm completely unworthy to I am worthy and whole and beautiful, right? Like it just like, it wouldn't go into my brain. It just wouldn't. It felt like it wouldn't land in my being. So whenever I studied coaching, one of the practices was we learned how to do bridge thoughts, which is like between where you are now and where you want to be, but like, how do you inch your way there? It's like stepping stones. And so once I learned bridge thoughts, that's what I was like, and bridge thoughts are like very similar, right? Where you're telling yourself a story that's 1 inch in the direction you want to go, but it's not like ultimately like I'm whole and worthy and successful, right? It's like, it would instead be, I've had some success, right? That might be the bridge thought, is like, I've had some success. There's certain things that I've been successful at. I've achieved a couple things, right? Or it doesn't matter if I'm not successful, I'm committed, right? And committed people create success. So notice how that's a bridge thought. And I learned that, and that really changed the game for me in terms of mantra work and how to use mantras. Is I realized I need stepping stone mantras, and that's how things started to land for me and started to work for me. And then I could ultimately get to the place where I was believing I'm whole, worthy, beautiful, all of those things, but I just had to take it in stepping stones. So I started applying this to the feelings work as well, and it worked beautifully. So that's my invitation to you. If you tend to get triggered into scarcity, I want to invite you to practice taking one step out of it, which is just, again, okay, safe, present, sufficient. See which emotion lands for you, right? You want to feel it in your body, and you want to practice regulating yourself to that and watch what changes. I'm so excited to hear how this is for you. Now, if you are someone who really wants to transform your relationship with money, and you want to get to a place where in 6 months you feel abundant, you do not have money drama anymore. Money is just natural. It's natural for you to make money. Big money is natural. It's fun. It's something that you look at. You're no longer scared of it, especially in business. It's just neutral. It's like a game. If you're really wanting to go all in on that, I do want to invite you to join us in the money manifestation movement, because that's where we take practices like these and we really apply it consistently for 6 months straight, and where I hold your hand. And we do coaching, so I can get on a call with you and I can help you find exactly what your block is and what to practice, right? It's super helpful to have mentorship and to have a coach that's holding your hand. Because sometimes when you listen to podcasts like this, it's like, oh, I'm so inspired by this, I want to practice it. And then by tomorrow you forget, which, speaking from experience, I'm the same way. I love podcasts. But there's nothing like investing in yourself, investing in a program, investing in a coach. When you invest in yourself and you change the inside, change your inner world, you will see it reflected on the outside. And you will feel so much better, so much lighter, so much more joy, so much more freedom. And it's the work that I love. So I want to invite you into the money manifestation movement. I'll put the link in the show notes and you can join us for the next 6 months. All right, my friend, happy manifesting, and so excited for you to do this practice. Hey, thanks for listening. I hope this episode is something that you'll be able to add to your manifestation toolbox to come back to when you need a little extra motivation. If you like what you've heard today and want to take it deeper, you've got to come check out my signature coaching program, the Money Manifestation Movement. It's the place where you'll not only learn manifestation, but you'll begin to live it alongside me and an amazing community of like-minded entrepreneurs doing this work together. Head on over to jamieberman.com to learn more.